Welcome to Computer Science Principles. In this tutorial video, we're just going to show you some of the resources that you have available in this class. We are going to show you where the software is located. We're going to show you where the textbook is located and some additional resources. And while we're doing that, we're going to talk about organizing your files and creating a folder on your school account or on a flash drive to store all pertinent information. If we take a look and go to a web page, I googled greenfoot.org a little bit earlier, and this is the web page that we come to. Actually, it's not the home page, so let me refresh and see if I can get to the home page. If you just greenfoot.org, on this particular page, in the bottom left-hand corner is the software link. If I click on that, it shows you the different operating systems that the software is available in: Windows, Mac, Ubuntu, standalone. And it also has the Java that you can download. You do need to have a Java JDK. JDK stands for Java Development Kit. And you can click here to download it, or you can download it directly from Oracle, which I'll show you in a minute. On this particular page, though, I do want to show you that Installation Instructions has a link here that you can use, and Frequently Asked Questions. So if you do have problems installing, you want to come to those two links and read through the information to get your software installed. If I'm working on a Windows machine, so I'm going to click this to show how to download. It's going to download as an MSI file, which will be a file that will extract when you're done. And this is the point where I'm going to recommend that you go to whatever folder you're going to use for this class, or whatever flash drive. For example, if I was using my school folder, I would use what's called my Z drive folder. You have something different, or you might want to save it to a flash drive. I happen to have created a folder on my desktop. I don't recommend that you do that because the school computers will wipe out the files occasionally. I did it just for demonstration purposes, but I named mine CSP for Computer Science Principles Spring 2017, and that's where I downloaded this MSI file originally. I'm going to click cancel on that, but anything that you download for this class, then all of your projects, all of your files, you're going to keep in this folder. If you do need the Java, you could click on this link and it will download a jar file, which is basically a file that you then, it's executable and it will extract the Java. But oftentimes it will take you to the Java JDK website. And let me just show this to you kind of from scratch. If I type in Java JDK, which stands for Java Development Kit, it brings me to the Oracle website, which is where you want to be. And on the Oracle website, that particular link brought me right to the Java SE Development Kit. That's what I want. You will need to accept the license and then click on whatever version of operating system that you have. There's also some demos and some examples. These we will not use in our class, but they are a good resource if you are interested. So for the software, you're going to need to download whatever operating system you use, or if you want a standalone version for a flash drive, and you're going to need to make sure that the Java JDK is installed. Most of the installs will automatically prompt you for the Java JDK. So follow the instructions and you shouldn't have too many problems, but if you do, just let us know. Also on this particular website, if I go back to our home screen, greenfoot.org, just want to show you where our textbook resources are. One of the next videos will show you more about the textbook, but the textbook is here, information on it. You do not have to purchase it. We have them available in the lab. There are some other resources here, though, you might want to take a look at. The discussion forum is sometimes nice if you are having a problem, and there's also a scenario gallery. Discussion forum, you will need to log in with an account in order to post, but it's a nice place to look for solutions to problems, especially when you get to doing your semester project. And there are scenarios. Scenarios are sample programs that other people have created. Some of them they will let you download. I'm clicking on one just to see what might happen. This is what it kind of looks like. Some of them are not available. They're just a demonstration, or they just want to show you what they did. And so there might be an error with some of the applets because they are migrating their system from an older applet version of Java running scenarios to a newer version. Applets are frowned upon right now because They provide a security, or they have a security risk when you use an applet. So everything is migrating away from using applets. So you will find that that's not going to be something that we will use. So I believe that we have covered everything. We talked about downloading the software. We talked about looking and accessing the textbook, and we talked about creating your own folder on your flash drive. I guess just one more thing I might mention is, as you guys are working through this class, we are going to be using a Blackboard or Course Sites website, and you will, depending on whether you have Mr. Fox or Mrs. O'Loughlin, it's going to be a similar look or similar feel, but you'll have a Greenfoot folder, and inside each of those folders will be information for each chapter and the activities. And so this is another place where if I want to download like the chapter 1 notes, which I believe is a PowerPoint, you want to store that information in that folder that you set up on your desktop. That should conclude our little presentation, and look for the next video, which will be on your textbook.